All right, you got that right. Definitely KNR for your uninterrupted broadcast. Ukanti ke siyakwamkela to the show. That is the invasion. Myself, I might have skewa. Ukanti ke Miss K Lobo kuwe. Kanti ke Andy Ambindoto on this Monday afternoon at exactly 23 after 2. Ngihamba with the one and the only. Boo, 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 boo. Literally, I feel like conscious nayo.
We do have, yes. I had to bring it back. Kodwa ke without wasting any further time, mandithatha lithuba ndibulise kumntu wonke kwakhona.
Oh, you look good.
Happy glow, yadi weekend.
Glow, yadi weekend.
It's giving sis. You know, even the dress I'm wearing, I'm trying to
definitely. Also, it's very funny of you not to be all formal, because we know every Monday, one thing about Lady P, she's gonna come to the office on some heels, on some formal,
and also black today. But there's a bit of black with the dress I'm wearing. But
and also there's child. But on that note, definitely siyanamkela baphulaphuli nababukeli bethu on Keith Ngesi Radio, and sithe maske sizoniqoba. In fact, ndabakani nihleli njani on this afternoon Monday ezinsukwini, as every Monday wethu. It can be such a drag, but before it even becomes a drag, we want to know also, how was your weekend? Where did you spend your weekend? Maybe you can do justice by rating your weekend out of a 10, And do not see Abahud. I think I'm very interested in the rating as Asnika Yona of her weekend. How was your weekend?
So my weekend was actually amazing. Friday I was at home. Saturday came for a show. Afterwards I had an event that I attended. Agent Lunga's such an amazing event. In fact, I wish my it has to do with Deep House. So I'm a fan of her house, Deep House. I attended that. Then I met old friends. So I made a reunion. My event on Saturday. And then I ended up with venue too, which was a bad decision. But at the same time, it was a great decision. Like I said, by being at a reunion, because I met a lot of people. And then also yesterday, I was also with old friends, met new people. So for me, rating your weekend, I give it a 15
out of 10. 15 out of 10.
And yours?
Mine was very much balanced, I must say, but because it was work, and then on Saturday was work, what I do on a daily, in fact, on every weekend, and then Sunday it was just rest and church. So there was a bit of a balance here and there with too. And it's nyana, nje, just for control. But it was definitely a good one, I must say. More than anything else, I did rest. And I really want to know and find out from you, Apika, how was your weekend? You can hit us up on our WhatsApp number, which is 066 1372723, 066 1372723. Also, namhlanje siyazi ba it's a Monday, and hey, kwasuka sukela. Namhlanje it's one of actually, I think, especially as in Mnyama, that are very close to our hearts, especially Kula, Singabandwana, Glando 80. It's National Tell a Fairy Tale Day. So we know what Makhulu to used to, Basukuli sing. More than Umakulu, it was definitely umalumekazi wami used to tell, like, inzomi ezimnandi. I used to enjoy inzomi that she would actually andibalisele zona.
I remember they used to be like that.
Yes.
But one I actually recall has to be like
yes.
But there's just so many nashes that I can't. But
for me, in as much as without interjecting, in as much as I used to like the Marcelin Zombie so much by Malmekazwam, to be specific, because one thing about my mom, I don't think she knows anything about it. Well, she does, but I don't think she's that much of a storyteller. Yeah. So it was Malmekazwam who did an amazing job going by Marcelin Zombie and kept me entertained. But I'm very, I'm not proud to say that I can't recall from the top of my head some of it that she used to actually tell to me, but she did do a great job at that. And and also I think this was one of actually isn't it that we're supposed to be our very own, because I think it really hits home. Also takes us back to
yes.
We used to say umvundla.
Oh.
Yeah, it used and uJakalashe used to be very
That one. Okay.
Okay, xa sithi sijonge in fact and the history of this day in particular kuthiwa into yobana ke gather around the fire and make yourself comfortable. National Tell a Fairy Tale Day is all about exploring in fact the myths and stories and all the new also from grim tales to urban legends. Tap the dark corners of your subconscious and see what you can find. And I must say zikhona ke ezinye ezazisoyikisa nyhani woyike nolala.
Ithanda udlala kunomathotholo. Yayisoyikisa ke yona. I know Sis B would know it because ndandimncela xesha, but I still remember till today. Ngonondo omkhulu yasabeka.
Oh,
Yaloku ibale ndandiloyika ke mna.
Bathatheskit.
Yabona Bathatheskit, that was one till today ndisalihlonipha nangoku. Elabali.
I think speaking of ibali likaGona Dane,
Yes.
for me it was one of those days where elalini yam kwangekabikho mbane at the time. I'm one of abantu abasuka ezilalini wethu that are very yabantsha wethu into yoba sibe nombane and whatnot. But back in the day, obviously would gather around etafileni at the dinner table kukho esasibane se paraffin, you know, that light, and then tatam would avule unomathotholo, and I think that's the most fresh memory I can actually recall from the top of my head of me listening to radio was actually ngela xesha likaBathatheskit, and it used to be such a scary story, but we used to enjoy it and it really used to entertain us so much. And also asijonga, it's not just that, but what else are we looking at now?
Well, today we are looking at Batike Carpe Diem. There is a certain perfume in Carpe Diem esiyaziba kuthiwa ke xa uyiguqula kuthiwa seize the day. And I think for many years a lot of people have been asking themselves, well, seize the day, what does it actually mean? Embracing every opportunity, living life to the fullest and making the most of each moment with a spirit of adventure. If you know me, you know this is definitely me. Embraces each and every moment. Some say this is spirit animal sound, in fact. Let me just put like that. Many people get caught up in making plans for tomorrow or living for the future, but the only moment we're actually guaranteed life is it now. This moment right now is all that we really have, and the phrase Carpe Diem, meaning seize the day, is an important reminder of the specific day. I love how actually it's on a Monday, and also
oh yeah,
yes, you need to bear that
it's
in
exactly
mind.
4 days, if I'm not mistaken.
February, Friday, specificity, silindele March, esmazibanga ke inyanga ezosidibanisa ke namalungelo abantu, human rights month, something I am loving. In fact, the content is a bit
very much so, very much so.
A lot going on.
Very much so. And also yazi nobana ke I think kuba kuzobe Human Rights Month also, because I'd say Human Rights Month because Human Rights Day is actually ngoMarch. Lando eti, I feel like the usually is going to happen whereby because it's human rights, a lot of other people's rights will be infringed. You know, there are going to be a lot of stories coming to surface about actually abantu that are not necessarily being abused and you know, having their rights violated. And it's not one of the, I guess, best things to hear and learn about, if I may put it that way, into yobana ke uve such stories. But ke yenye yezinto actually esizobe sijonga, and ke immediately after that, not immediately, but like in May, we know into yobana ke sizobe sijongisa amabombo wethu eluvotweni. And speaking of that, kuthiwa sibone in fact into yobana ke no-Kayams definitely kuthiwa uye wasebenzisa i-influence yakhe to actually trick the youth bantu abatsha votani into actually registering to vote. As we know, in this past Friday also we closed the the registration lines, or access to e-registration to vote. But the beauty influencer and YouTuber Kayams had her followers and subscribers excited on Friday morning when she shared that she had a new video up on her channel. And also she, in fact, despite all the efforts from IEC to drive awareness for South African to register, there is still a large number of youth who haven't. Well, the beauty influencer did her bit to drive awareness, and it actually worked. Avuka Kota. One of her followers responded to her Instagram story and said, "You really tricked us here, but thank you. Now I'm fully registered thanks to you." So I think we're to your poster, actually your poster a link saying by it's a YouTube video, but only to find out by actually the link ikupela to a registering page where you can register yourself to vote. And I still am hoping that Sonkeke we're registered to vote, because on the 29th of May we know what it do. Because if you like a manifest into la party siyaziyo into in fact they are not scared nor are they afraid of anything any other party having to take over. But asiyaz if really abanalo uvalo asiyaz.
Kodwa ke I really hope ba ulutsha noko ke luzamile, because I think even on Thursday bendibethelele enkqubeni lisithi bangabeke on Friday. Last week Friday was actually the last day for bangabeke umntu akwazi ukuvota. So really hoping bangabeke noko inani ke liyathi xaxa kancinci in terms of those who've actually registered. But nonetheless, looking at ixesha lethu, we've just hit actually 33 minutes of Kwantsimbi Sibini from 3 to 6 of Vuya Kwamdingo will be coming through, bringing you the KNR Drive. I can feel my voice actually dying.
It's going down. It's going down. It's after la weekend, got 15 out of 10. So I got to die down. So I got to die down. But on that note, definitely sibulele kakhulu to everybody who definitely did tune in into this live. But for now, definitely we are taking a quick breather and we're going to be back with more music. And yes, and like Lady P has said, please don't forget to definitely tune in from 3 to 6 of Dingy will be coming in with the KNR Drive. But from us, it's love and nothing else but love. Definitely not closing down.